Greetings and salutations to everyone, every young person out there in the world. But most importantly, I'd like to speak to you, my sister over there, or brother over there. You could be anywhere in the world, but you just took your time to be with me. So, my name is Lesego Raditsela, and welcome to Shifting the Paradigm with me. Um, Shifting the Paradigm with Lesego Raditsela is a really revolutionary, or I'd say independent program that's directed at the youth, to speak to us, to guide us, to groom us to be as best as we could be in this world, and to just change our lives, change the patterns of our lives, our families, create a different version of a black person out there, or a colored person out there, or a white person out there. It's not racially based. It's just young people that are willing to come together for a common purpose. And what is that purpose? And I believe the purpose is to come together from all sets of races and lead the world in a different direction, a better future, a more pleasant and peaceful, place filled with love. So, how did this whole program or this thought of me doing this come about? I would like to say this is me. This is the self introspection, that late nights interrogating myself through thoughts, conversations that I'm having with myself. I know it might be a lot crazy speaking to yourself, but that's just how I came about to doing all this. There are a lot of insecurities that we really face as young people, and most of these insecurities are just external. It's something that society puts to us, or it could be family members, it could be anything, how you look, how you see things. And I just put my best foot forward. I'm like, I have to change this narrative. As young people, you gotta own up to our own things, be who we are, and just express ourselves just like we are. Be the real us, without any influence, any cultural influence on us. I feel like, especially in the black world, we just set out to become what people think we should become, what the family, the culture, the friend group over there, but we really just have to become ourselves. So, through all these thoughts that I had with myself that bothered me so long, I feel like it has created me to be a better person. It made me have this, I call it a three-dimensional viewpoint on the world. It just changed a lot of things within me, and I'd like to project that to everyone out there, to every young person out there, to just change themselves and see themselves as their best versions. So, with this program, the aims and objectives and the vision is to create a whole collective, a whole different motion wave of people that are very independent, that are very entrepreneurial, that are innovators in society, that are executives, because I personally feel like we're more deserving to be better and greater people despite the township, despite Jabu, despite Siabonga, Lesego in the township. I feel like we a lot more than that. And we should just take what we know, how we brought up in the township, and we should just explore it out and express it out to the whole world. I feel like the world doesn't know us as black people, as black children. So that's what we want to do. We just want to express ourselves to the world in the best possible way, with the multiple talents that we have and that we continue to bring up, to purify, to polish up. We just want to be people that are seen as heroes and legends in the world, not the history books. We can talk about the various, leaders that came up, brought change in SA, and I feel like those people, the very same people that changed and that brought us up, our history with apartheid and what, that's the new motion that we should also have. Let's now let's put Africa a step ahead from what we already have now. And how do we do that? We need to come together, have these important conversations to raise our concerns, the problems that we see in the world, and most importantly, find solutions to these problems. I feel like that's the determinant of success for this program. Us presenting problems, presenting our concerns, presenting our insecurities within ourselves and within the world, and actually doing something about it, coming up with solutions about these things. How do we break generational curses? How do we fix certain patterns within our lives that do not work for us? So this is shifting the paradigm for you. I'm just out here speaking what's on your mind, but I'm just projecting it out. I'm no different to you. I'm the very same you, but I feel like it's very important for us to speak about these things and to project these things out in the world so that we can find solutions to all these problems and become better people and become wealthier people. Just change the narrative of our lives. Just change our minds, because I feel like that's the power of the mind. You change your mind, you change your life. So that's all we doing as shifting the paradigm. So we'll be looking forward to working hand in hand with everyone looking forward to work with us. Prospective investors, going in schools, influencing the young minds from, I don't know, preschool, primary school, high schools out there, and internationally, radio stations. We just out here willing to talk and shout out as young people that we really out there. We want to be better. We want to change our lives. We want to change the patterns within our societies, because there's just too many boundaries. As a person speaking from the townships, there are a lot of boundaries. There are a lot of injustices and inequalities that we have to experience, and coming out and being better people, being best in all sorts of professions in this world, whether it's varsity, whether you're doing music. There's just a lot of steps that you just gotta take in. You gotta work extra harder. So we just want to just outline all those things and make it a better thing. If you really go out there and be good without anything holding you back. But most importantly, I feel like we the ones that have been holding ourselves back. We really gotta change that. We really gotta, see ourselves, value ourselves, increase the value that we have of ourselves and our work, and become great, which is the mission of the program, is for us to become better, to become global. If you have a business, if you have a skill, you can't only project that skill within the confines of your community. You have to go out there and represent, whether it's in SA, different provinces, whether it's nationally or on an international stage. You just have to get out of your community with the skills that you have and be great and bring wealth towards the communities, because there's this notion of us all trying to come out of the townships and live the hoods, but at the same time we forget about who are we living in these neighborhoods. We living our brothers, we living our sisters, our siblings. I guess it's that's the society we live in. It's individualism. You gotta focus on what you gotta focus on and step out. But I feel like it's a bit naive of us to do that, because we're not free until all of us are free. No matter how you might like to slice it or dice it, but we're really not free. Making it out and being global doesn't mean we're free. So how do I use my skills to make sure that the people behind me are also empowered, that we make the township a better place, turn the townships into towns and cities? That's what my grandfather used to say to me. That's the change that we really gotta see in ourselves. Turn the dirty, the ghetto place into something better, into something attractive that will attract tourists and whatnot in the near future of us projecting ourselves into the world. So this is really us. This is shifting the paradigm. We really just out there and open to change, open to new opinions, open to just new things, creativity. We just open to change ourselves, because as much as in this society we be like the world is against us, certain facets of societies, it could be political spaces, it could be academic spaces. It could be all sorts of spaces. We feel like they're against us. But the question now lies in what are we doing about that? And what are we changing within ourselves in order to get through this obstacle? So, as I said, we a solution-based program. We're looking to get feedback, opinions, directives, new ideas from everyone, everywhere, and we're just looking forward to use the little that we have wherever we are and project it to the world and make it bigger and scale it up on a bigger space or however you can call it. So this is just me, speaking to the world, particularly young people, and just inspiring and influencing young people to just be serious about their lives and intentional and live our lives with a purpose. You gotta have a purpose in this life, and encouraging you to just use whatever you are. Don't belittle yourself. That's the key thing, and just really be great. It starts with me, and it just gradually affects everyone, and that's change for me. I feel like change is the little drops of diamonds and dimes that you just drop within the social circles that you just are, your friends, your groups. We just plant these seeds in all of us, and when the tree grows, we all grow and become better people, and we become a better nation. So this is from me to the world and the crew, Latifa, Toto, the behind the scenes. I can't discredit that because I'm nothing without them, and yeah, we a team. So this is us. We empowering minds and shifting realities, shifting the paradigm with Lucifer Aditilla to more greatness and cheers, to more change, more money, more wealth, new ideas. We really gotta get this. Thank you very much. And I hope you have a good night, good day, a good morning. I'm speaking to everyone around the world, and the different time zones. So thank you very much for taking this time for listening to me and to more conversations. I'm just want to open a dialogue within ourselves to become better and take on the world despite the odds. Thank you very much.